Welcome. In this video, I'm going to teach you an exercise that will help you to discover and get into another person's perspective when you are having an argument or a disagreement with them. You've probably had the experience where you're in an argument and you're repeating the same thing over and over again. Perhaps the volume is increasing and you're so focused on being heard that you're not hearing the other one. And one of the best ways to be able to be heard and understood is to offer that to the other person, and the conversation automatically starts to become more harmonious. In this exercise, you're going to be taking the other person's perspective and arguing from their point of view. Now, this is something that is called empathy, when you're able to take the other's perspective. It's something that a lot of people think that they do, but when they look at what empathy is and what empathy isn't, they realize that it's not something that's really a part of how they interact with other people. It's not something that we're modeled or taught from a young age, and it takes a conscious intention to be able to bring it into conversations, especially when there are heated conversations and there's a disagreement. In this exercise, where you're going to be arguing from the other person's perspective, you can do it with the person that you're arguing with, and if that's the case, then you will be playing them and they will be playing you. This can be really fun, and it can also, if there's a lot of tension, it might not be the best way to go about this if you're not really able to take the other person's point of view, and perhaps there's going to be a lot of projections when you play the other person that you're going to bring up. So it might cause some extra triggers. Keep that in mind. If there's too much tension for you to do it with the other person, or they're not available, or perhaps you want to try to gain the other person's perspective before going into a discussion that feels very loaded, then ask somebody else to come and support you. You can get somebody to stand in, and if that's the case, then you're going to play the person who you're at a disagreement with, and your stand-in person is going to play you. If you're going to do this exercise with a stand-in person, then you're going to want to give them some background. Tell them what the fight is about, and also give them some tips on how you show up in an argument so that they can play you really well. Now, there's multiple benefits that can come from this exercise. One, when you take an argument from the other person's perspective, you're likely to get some insights on things that you did not see or understand before when you were so focused on your own pain, your own perspective and feelings. Another benefit that can come is that you will get a reflection of what it's like to argue with you. And this is one of the fastest ways to bring attention and to stop doing behaviors that are not so harmonious and helpful when having an argument. I know for me, when I'm having an interaction with somebody and they do something that triggers me, a practice that I have is to try to find where I'm doing that anywhere in my life. And when I find how I show up that way, one of the first things that I do is I go to my partner and I make an amends. I apologize for coming up in that way, and usually I stop doing it from that point on. Another benefit that can come is that when somebody else is playing you, they might navigate this in a different way. They might take a different approach, have a different solution, or simply offer more empathy and understanding that you may not have thought of beforehand. So it'll be initiation for you in how to handle this in a different way. This exercise is a lot of fun, it's very insightful and effective. Enjoy. I hope it brings you to a place of more connection and harmony and deepens your relationships. Give it a try, and please in the comments below let me know what you think about this exercise and what your experience is. If you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments, as well as if you come up against any issues or problems and you want coaching through it, I will respond to the comments and give you some coaching tips along the way. If you like this video and you found it helpful, please press like, as well as subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can get updates for more videos to guide you in your personal development path.